everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I am iSlip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the power of the primes. Dinobot Slug. And, yeah, that's the last time we're going to use that word, slug. It's slag. Dinobot Slug. So, here he is in his Triceratops mode. Here he is with his prime armor and his weapon. Prime armor. Yeah, right. Weapon. Here he is, just naked. And you can see I have him slightly transformed differently. Here he's got, I broke the sculpt a bit so that his neck isn't like right on his body. I don't know why. This looks weird to me that his frills would, it looks like his frills are a part of his body instead of a part of his head. So, yeah, I'm going to take this out. And plug this up here if you'd like. And since I have two, I'm going to go ahead and plug both weapons in, which gives them more of a sort of Dino Riders feel, which is the one thing I like about these figures, is that they allow you to, they just kind of, all of the figures give you, all of the Dinobot figures, well, most of them, give you a sense of Dino Riders. Dino Riders was a toy line where some race of humans or aliens came from, I guess, another planet, whatever, landed on Earth back in the prehistoric times and strapped weapons to the dinosaurs, and they actually rode the dinosaurs into battle. Hence, Dino Riders. So if we take this off, take a Prime Master and put him in here, and now we have a Dino Rider. That is awesome. Or you could just, you know, take it and put it in as Prime Armor and boost the power or whatever. That is completely up to you. You can take this ridiculous thing off. It looks ridiculous unless you have two guns, so take that ridiculous looking thing off. You can, if you want to, plug the gun into the leg there. If you want to, you can plug it into the port at the top. That looks a little bit better. If you really want to, you can plug into the foot, and that looks really stupid. You can also plug it in under the chin. There's a hole, and that's okay. But I mean, if I was gonna do this without the second gun or the power armor, I'd put it over here. You can also probably plug the power armor underneath his face. Can you? Excuse me. Yes, you can do that if you want to. And why you'd want to, I don't know. But you can do that if you want to. That's up to you. His mouth does open. I think that's more for transformation, but it does open. It looks weird, and if you do this, you can see the dino head. He is fairly decently posable. His knees can bend. That's due to transformation, so you can get him in a more squat pose if you want to. You can get him into some sort of a walking pose, sort of, but it looks silly because the way they made, I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they molded the foot so that it's like this. They could have easily molded this leg like they did this leg. I don't know why they did that. But, yeah. So, you can do that. You can do that. The head is normally fixed in, but if you break the sculpt, you can have him do that. Which, you know, that's a little freaky, I guess. But, yeah. If you want, you can open this down and have robot face there. That's completely up to you. If you want to do that, make him like into a prehistoric sphinx. You know, there you go, prehistoric sphinx. So anyway, enough with that. Let's go ahead and transform him into his robot mode. Let's go back a little bit. So, oh, you know what? Before I do that, let's just go ahead and take a look at the beautiful, beautiful details. They painted the inside of his whatchamacallit, so it mimics the translucent plastic, and it's gold paint, but it's not gold plastic, so that's nice. These are bright red, dull, sort of pliant plastic, but pliable. I mean plastic, but it's okay. Um, this is the underside. You can see how it's going to transform. It's got a pretty nifty transformation, if I'm honest. And the paint, again, the silver paint that they use, got a bit of swirling in it, but it's nice. It fits. It's not too silvery and it's not too gray. It's just right. You know, before I do that, let's go ahead and bring in the other Dinobots we have. Let's go ahead and quickly transform Slash into her beast mode. It's weird saying that. And it's interesting that that Fans Project came out with female Dinobots that were Velociraptor. One was a Velociraptor, and then Hasbro did it. Although I'll be honest with you, I think Hasbro just did a much better job overall with their Dinobot than Fans Projects. But anyway, so there we have him with Slash, who is drunk. Stop being drunk on camera. And I think that's a pretty nice scale. I like that. So let's get, where are you, Swoop? We have Dinobot Swoop. I don't know why I'm saying Dinobot Swoop, but I mean, that looks okay, but the Pteranodon mode looks way too big. And it's not that the Pteranodon mode is really big, it's actually that the Triceratops mode is really small. Let me give you, we had here is Legends Scrapnel. And you can see that that Slag or Slug or whatever, he's really not that much bigger. You can, if you want to, take a Prime Master and put it on there. This is one of those few times where this Prime Master would be okay because this is a Triceratops. It's running into people, so that actually kind of works. But yeah, so we got so far our Dinobot team of 3. And that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. I like that. I love that the colors all match, with the exception of Swoop's blue. But anyway, okay. So transformation is, we're going to go ahead and break the sculpt here. No, we're not. We're going to leave the sculpt. That actually stays. We're going to come over here and I hate this part. Pull the hands out from the underside of the front legs. We're going to split this here, and we're going to turn this to the side. Turn this to the side. Bring these down like so. Bring these down. And then we're going to take the legs here, and what you want to do is just turn them, and that will bring this piece out, which forms a heel to help the figure stand. And then you're just going to bring this to the back for now. You want to take this piece and straighten it like so. Bring it up, and then this will go in like this. And this will just rest there. It'll just rest there. Helps fills out the back of the feet for whatever reason. I don't know why you would need to. And then this piece here, the legs just kind of, you move them up, and let me see if I can show this. There's a little rectangular clip that slots into this here. And you're going to do the same on this side. Let's bring this up, bring this down. Oh, not yet. Don't bring that down yet. Bring that down first. Then bring this down. And it kind of clips in. It does clip in. See? It's clipped in. And then bring this around, and that will, or yeah, I know you're here. There we go. clip in. And raise the camera a bit. And then you take this piece here and bring it down, and there you go. Bob's your uncle, you have Slag. Now, one thing I have to point out that I don't like is his potato backpack. This should, and it looks like they molded it that way, this should flip open to form his wings. Because the Dinobots, almost all of them had wings. But he does not do that. So there is that. And unfortunately, without that, he kind of looks a little slim. He looks a little thin to me. A little skinny. But that said, he's still a pretty cool figure. Let's go ahead and take a look at his face real good. There we go. It's pretty nice. It does turn. So you do get movement there. It doesn't really matter, though, because the rest of this doesn't turn. So, I mean, let's see if we turn his head. I guess he can kind of look at you, but it's not. It's okay. His arms are on a ball peg. Actually, kind of almost the same as the Dinobot Slash, except that his arms don't pop off never mind, they do. I was gonna say they don't pop off as easily, but yes, they do. Rotation at the upper elbow, sorry. Ratchety feeling arm that bends all the way like that, bends all the way this way. His wrists don't turn, but, you know, due to transformation, you can do that. He has a waist. It's not a perfect waist, but he has one. Legs go out about that far. Forward all the way. Back all the way. Rotation bends about that far at the knee. Doesn't really get very much, but that's okay. And that's it. That's all you're getting. So we've got that. Let's go ahead and take our prime armor. Take our prime armor that pegs in right here and just fold that around, and there is his prime armor. It sucks. You can also put it on the back if you want for storage. It still sucks, but at least it's out of the way and you don't see it. And then, of course, he can hold his gun. So, yeah. With the prime armor in the back, though, he's a little back heavy, so we'll just take it off. So there he is. He looks the part. He does look the part. I like it. I just wish he didn't look so thin, and I wish he had his wings. And I also wish he wasn't so small. Here again we have, whoops. Sorry. Here we have Titan's Returns Hot Rod, who is slightly higher, slightly taller. So, and with his shoulders out like that, makes him look even smaller. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get our buddy Swoop. So we got Swoop in there, and they look pretty good together. They do. Let's see if I can get... where did Slash go? I'll be honest with you. Out of all the Dinobots, I think Slash is my favorite. I just wish they would make her bigger. But here we go. Here's Slash. And I think that looks pretty good. I like it. I like the group so far. I like that the plastics are silver. Excuse me. Silverish, grayish mixture. I think it's pretty good. And I like they added stickers, and they did a fairly decent job on this figure. The stickers, they'll probably peel, but at least, you know, he's got a few detail stickers, not too many. Lots of molded in detail. Like this could use some paint. Yeah, overall, I like this figure. I don't love it. Again, none of these feel like they are must-haves. Like, I have to have it, which sucks. I hate that. He, unfortunately, is the only one also in the line to come with two of the same cards. If you want to read it, There you go. That said, and none of these figures, none of the deluxe figures feel like they're must-haves. None of the figures feel like this whole line, with the exception of the Pretenders and uh, Legend Slash. So far, none of them feel like must-haves. So anyway, let's go ahead and stop bemoaning. We're gonna go ahead and transform him into his arm mode, which is fairly simple. You're going to transform him like you're about to transform him back into the Triceratops. So the top half, what you're going to do now is you're going to take this piece and carefully bring that up like so. You're going to take these bits. These bits you'll turn them this way, and these pegs will go around these little posts. So you're going to do that. And it's actually the same for both limbs. That's going to be the same. Now for the arm mode, that's pretty much it. There isn't anything. Am I whistling when I breathe? I don't know. There really isn't anything else you're going to do. Now you just turn this in the direction that you want. If you turn it this way, and oh, don't forget to pull out the peg. I always forget that. You can get extra bicep curl. And unlike Swoop, his legs don't fall apart like readily. They're not kind of clipped in as well as they should be, but they still don't come a piece when you're pulling at it. It just splits a little bit, but it's still there. Or if you want to, you can have it this way. I don't have the instructions out, so I can't tell you which way the official way is supposed to be, but either or will do. And then you just you just take the little fist thing and you put it in as you see fit. You can put it in, make sure you pull the fingers out first. Pull the fingers out first, and then you can have it facing this way, or you can rotate it around and have it facing this way. Personally, I like this way better because it's cleaner. It is definitely much cleaner. So, oops, and then rotate that way. And that's that. Now, let's go ahead and do the foot mode. So foot mode is fairly simple too. You're just gonna take him. He's, transform. If you have him in Triceratops mode, that'll work out just fine. What is that? Oh, what the hell is that? Where the hell did that come from? Give me a moment. Sorry about that. Okay, so you just go from the Triceratops mode. Again, you're going to take this piece and bring it back like so. You're going to take the arms and fold them around, or the front feet, clip them in the same way you did as when you're doing the arm mode. Take the peg and flip that all the way up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take these bits here and just fold them up. Just fold the tail up. You don't have to split it apart. It'll fold just fine without splitting it. And make sure that this is all together and clipped in, which it is not. There we go. And make sure that these are in their proper modes. And then you'll end up with something that looks like this. And then you plug the foot to the bottom. Dang it. I just had it. I don't... Give me a second. There we go. All right. Everything is where it's supposed to be. This one though, he just popped. Stop popping out. Why are you popping out? Because you're not. Okay. There. All right. Now, still separates a little bit. That's because of that stupid plastic. But this is the leg mode, and then you would put the foot underneath. If you want to, you can still use this on the leg mode. I wouldn't do it, but that's totally your choice. You can plug the gun in here if you have no storage. In hand mode, if you want to, you can put the gun on like so. He has a little pistol. That's great. You have two guns. You can have two little pistols. That's greater. So there's that. That's not bad at all. And of course, you can always plug them on the sides of the modes if that's what you choose to do. This will have one of two, what do you call it, functions, which I'll show off when we get to Grimlock, because Grimlock has it basically works with Grimlock and his parts. So that said, there you go with the Power of the Primes Slug, aka Slag for your G1ers like me. And let's just turn you into your little mode, because you just don't want to stay as you should anyway. So, because again, the freaking plastic, which is not as firm as it used to be. And yeah, that's great. It means hopefully that we won't have to worry about, along the way breaking a peg, because it's soft. So it should have more flex, but the fact that I am fighting with this thing to stay together shows off the flaw with that freaking... Okay, so there we go. We've got our Power of the Primes Slag. Aside from the wings not being there and his size, I actually really like him. He's got lots of detail. He's got decent posability. And yeah, again, none of this line, with the exception, I'm going to keep saying it, of Slash and the Legends Pretenders, none of these are must-haves so far. None of them excite me like the other lines have, but they're still nice little things. So do with that information as you will. You can get it at Walmart, which is where I got it from. ToysRUs.com, probably at Toys R Us, although you'll probably pay $5 more than you would at Walmart. TF Source and Big Bad Toy Store and other outlets like that will also have them. I'm iSlip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And ciao.